Kokumi Abuse, excuse me, I'm still getting through. I don't know if it was really a cold, it was more just like a really bad cough, and so I posted a picture about how crummy I was feeling on Instagram, and thank you guys again so much for your sweet well wishes. I had no makeup on yesterday, spent basically all day in bed, excuse me, but I'm getting better, it's just my voice is still a little bit not at 100%. As you may tell, I have a full face of makeup on and no lipstick because we're going to do some lipstick swatches for you guys. I wanted to talk to you guys about my Limecrime lipsticks, and the reason I wanted to do that is because I find that they're quite different depending on the color, so both in terms of opacity, application, and that kind of thing. So I was going to talk you through the ones I have. So there are 4 that I have. Yolk City, New York, like yolk, like egg yolk, City, Mint to be, Serpentina. I used to have Babette and Coquette, but they were just so patchy on me and a little bit more of a concealer lip than I wanted, so I ended up passing those along to someone else. But I had tried those ones, and those 2, you have to be pretty fair, I feel like, to make them work, unless you want to pair them with a darker liner. They just tend to wash you out a little bit much. I found Babette to be a smidge creamier than Coquette, but they were both a little bit chalkier than I was hoping that they would be. I don't know if I've said this, I don't think I have. They retail for $16 on the Limecrime website. There's 18 or 19 different colors. I'll link the Limecrime website down below. And usually I think if you're over $50, shipping is free in the US. When I used to get them shipped to Canada, it would cost me about $6 or $7, I want to say, and then when I had my latest Limecrime order shipped here was $10. So not cheap shipping, but cheaper than a lot of other places, so it's not too bad. Let's just get swatching, and I'll bring you in a little bit closer so you can see them. But I tried to conceal out my lips so you could get the true color of it, but I'm just going to bring you in and show you some swatches. Okay, so this beauty is New Yolk City. I can swatch it on my hand too. It's one that I was wearing in my intro video that I did way back when I started my channel. And I didn't show you guys, I guess, the packaging. So it comes in this purple packaging. It says Limecrime, and then it has the unicorn on the side. The ones, and then the boxes are like this with the green on the inside. They had a couple that they launched for their 6th anniversary. On the website they're not showing up as being in this packaging anymore, but I think some of them, while they get sort of through the stock, will come to you in this packaging. So it comes in this holographic packaging, and then the lipstick itself is a little bit different. So instead of having sort of the full-on unicorn, it has this like double-headed unicorn, and then Limecrime on the bottom there. So just a little bit different. Anyway, so as I was saying, this is New Yolk City. I haven't worn it on its own like this in a while. I don't know, it's hard to rock out a yellow lipstick, and I feel like it washes me out a tiny bit like it is right now. So the way I love to wear it is with like something like a MAC, nice and spicy, like a brownish liner on the outside of my lips, and then I'll pat it on the inside to give it a little bit of something. I like it that way. I feel like it washes me out a lot less. I will say that it does emphasize any, yes, I'm missing a nail. We're not going to talk about it. I lost it while I was sleeping. Like, I sleep too violently, evidently. I can do dishes, I can type, I can do everything else and not lose a nail, but while I'm sleeping, I'm going to lose an acrylic nail. Anyways, it is nice and creamy, but I will say that it does emphasize those dry patches in your lips if you have any, and it's not as opaque in one swipe, so you do have to work with it a little bit. But this is New Yolk City, a really bright yellow color. I'm gonna wipe this swatch off and show you the next one. Okay, so this is Chinchilla. This is my most recent edition. I will link my Limecrime haul. I got this and the Venus palette and an eyeshadow helper. I'll link that haul down below. But this is Chinchilla. Another one I really like to layer. I would say it's just as creamy as New Yolk City, the one I just showed you, but I feel like it's more opaque with one swipe. I definitely will go over 2 or 3 times sometimes just to make sure that it's completely even. With a color this bright, you want to make sure that there's no gaps, that it's all, you know, there. But I will say that it's more opaque than New York City. Like I said, this is the one I like to layer, so I love throwing on like a darker lip liner and then some lip gloss, and I just think it looks really nice. I can wear it like this. It's just to get a little bit pale, so it could wash me out a tiny bit. I really enjoy this one too. So what do we say? We got 2 more. My lips did not like me before we started filming this video because they were dry. They're gonna hate me after the end of this video. This one is Mint to Be. Yeah, my lines aren't great. I so rely on my lip liners, and I don't have lip liners in this color. But this is one, again, that I really like to use more like an ombre effect. So use like a, again, Nice and Spicy is the pencil I tend to reach for, and then put this in the center. If you are going for a more intense look, especially if you're really pale, this will look lovely. I not only am not super, like I am fair but not super pale, and the other thing is I have a darker foundation on today, so it's not looking the greatest to have a lipstick this pale on. But this one is stiffer than the other ones, than the other 2 that I showed you. It is about semi-opaque with one swipe, but again, you probably want to go in 2 or 3 times. Just a very unique color, and if you're looking for something unique, even if to wear on its own or even to sort of layer with something else, it's a really lovely color for that. One more. This may be my favorite of the bunch. This is Serpentina. So while most of them are matte, there are a couple in the line that have this kind of shimmer to them. So Serpentina's one, Poison Berry, which is like a purple. I think there's also a red color that has some of that shimmer in it, but it's almost like a duochrome finish. I find it really pretty. Of the 4, this may be my favorite, and I highly recommend it. I know this one goes out of stock pretty often, but when I checked this morning, they're all still in stock. So if you wanted to recommend of the 4 I have and the 2 I've tried on top of that, so the 6 I've tried, this one by far is my favorite. I'm going to zoom you guys out and do some points of positivity. So yeah, that's it for me today. I really like them. I just wanted to talk you through sort of the different consistencies of them. The 4 I've kept, even though they might not be always the easiest to work with, they're unique enough for me that I still really love them and really enjoy using them. So I wanted to share them with you. What else do I have to tell you? I think that's it. Just share with me your favorites down in that comment section. I love to hear what else you guys have tried, what you like, and all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to do 3 points of positivity, and I will be done. So my first point of positivity has got to be yesterday, even though I was incredibly sick and just feeling gross. I knew I needed to get outside of my room. It's one of the things my mom tells me. She's like, when you're sick, you just have to leave like the space where you've contained all the illness and get outside and get some fresh air. So I took a little sick break. You know, you take study breaks, you can take sick rest breaks, right? And I went to see the Pixie Woo sisters had like a meetup at a beauty event, so I got to go meet them, and I was completely barefaced and looking really tired, but they were just so sweet. They are so much more like, I think the first thing that struck me, I was like, there is no way that you can be more gorgeous in person than you look on camera, but they are more gorgeous in person than they look on camera, and so sweet and so caring and so down to earth. They're just phenomenal. So it was such a great little, I don't know, break to get to hang out and see them. And then my second point of positivity is I posted on Instagram the fact that my mom sent me flowers without knowing that I'm sick. I don't like telling her that I don't know. She has enough on her plate, and she, you know, has a heavy enough heart knowing that we're here on our own. I don't really like to add to it by being like, oh, Mom, I'm sick. And so it was really sweet though, because when you're sick, one of the things that you want most in this world is your mom. And so I felt like it was just a blessing that she sent me flowers without knowing and made me feel that she was here with me even when she wasn't. So without getting too emotional, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then my third point of positivity is getting actually to chat with her this morning. She saw that picture on Instagram, and we just had a great conversation just about life and plans and the future, and I don't get to talk to her as often as I would like now that I'm here, but it was a really great chance to do that today. I am losing my voice, so I'm gonna go, but not without thanking you first for being here. Really, really appreciate it, and obviously not without reminding you either that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.